Hello, this is Prince of Somnia, and welcome back to more Let's Play Dragon Quest VI. Last time, we were a busybody in Port Haven for a little while, and then met up with Millie, who could actually see us, who took us to a dream seer, who told us about a way we can go about becoming visible once more here in the Phantom Realm. And in this episode, we're heading down to the Lucid Grotto to become visible again. Starting off with a new enemy here, actually, the Goblin Pixie. Let's see, the Goblin Pixies have a very decent chance of casting the Crack spell. Okay, well, hello Millie, welcome to the team. Jesus Christ. The Goblin Pixies have a very decent chance of casting the Crack spell, which can do like 12 to 20 damage to a single party member, which is a little painful. Anyway, I put Carver in the front here and actually equipped him with a bronze shield that we got a few episodes ago, mostly just because at this level now his resilience has basically caught up to Rex's. Yeah, his defense is the same. Although that being said, we do have max resilience on Rex, which is a little anomalous, or not max, but really high. We had the really good boost from the seed in any case, so that kind of skewed results a little bit, but yeah. I want Carver in the front because most of the enemies in the game tend to target with increased priority the further left on the party list the party member is, for some reason or another. Okay, there we go. Just needed to get my map in order. Down here is some more slimes. These guys will be easy enough to deal with. Now you can see there Millie has access to the buff spell, which increases the defense of a party member by a significant margin. It's a very handy spell. It's not quite as broken as it has been in other games, but that's fine. And here we have more new enemies, the Gum Shields. These guys act a lot like their counterparts that we fought previously. They can defend themselves and they have high defense. There's that Crack we were talking about. They're addicted to it. Yeah, unfortunately, the really high defense enemies are out front, are on the left. So it's actually a little hard for Rex to deal decent damage in this fight because of his boomerang. Anyway, we got rid of the real damaging enemies here, so we should be fine. Unfortunately, the Crack spell is just powerful, and that's all we can really deal with. Like Carver was saying during that party talk, Madame Luca gave us 10 medicinal herbs for a reason. This area is tough, in a word. Oh yeah, and one more thing, Millie doesn't gain experience when she's fighting like this, so she'll remain at level 5. Okay, we want to go down here and this way first to fight more enemies, the Mud Mannequin and the Baby Goyle. The Baby Goyles have the ability to cast the Sizz spell, which is unpleasant. What the Sizz spell does against you is it hits all your party members for fire damage, which is nasty. I believe the Mud Mannequins, they either reduce your MP with a funny dance or they make you boogie to the dance. I forget which they can do. Yeah. More herbs. You want to try and keep your HP up a little bit here, because the enemies here can actually hurt you a lot. Let's see. 230 gold coins! And, okay, south is where your exit is, but there's actually another treasure we can get here, as well as some Slime Knights. These guys are mostly just physical attackers. They have two different attacks where one of them they use their sword, and the other one they hop off their slime mount, grab it by the top, and beat you upside the head with it. It's a fun move. It's a fun move. And even more new enemies. End my suffering. Hell Hornets. Okay. The Hell Hornets the Hell Hornets have a chance of causing paralysis with their physical attacks, which is a little scary, but otherwise okay. Or making a paralysis attack, rather. Okay, let's see. Let's have Carver attack, and let's show off the Lucidus Shard, since I made such a big deal of it in the last episode. There we go. What the Lucid Shard does, basically, is it causes confusion on a single target, which is very useful in a situation like this, where you could cause enemies to start attacking each other. If you run into a bunch of baby goyles, and you think that they might all just cast Sizz and annihilate your party, it would be a good idea to toss a Lucid Shard around and just keep them from wiping you clean. Confusion is not necessarily a status you see a lot of in Dragon Quest, so it's pretty handy otherwise. Anyway, we got another Seed of Resilience. Those I want to start giving to Carver, because he's really the tank of the party. 4! Not bad. Let's see, Slime Knights and Mud Mannequins. Let's see, we can go for a Flying Knee on those guys and then Boomerang the rest. We're starting to hit a kind of the wall of the Boomerang, where its properties stop making fights stupid easy. You know, it was overpowered before, but now it's just powered. Anyway, the stairs are right here. Ooh, more like a calcified caverns type area now, huh? Let's see. Oh boy. We have another new enemy here, the Ruffled Goons, as well as more of those baby goyles. Now that there are 3 of them, this would be a really good time to start using Lucid Shard to keep them from forking us up the butt. Okay, so the Ruffled Goons can use the Sap spell to, well, sap our defense, which is a little dangerous, but otherwise it'll be probably fine. Let's take care of the Ruffled Goon next, since this Boomerang attack's gonna kill the baby goyle, and there we go. That was a large group of enemies, which is a little dangerous to run into down here, but we made it through alright. See, 54 is probably an okay amount of hit points to be at. It's very okay. Let's see. If we go over here, okay, there we go. And here is a bronze knife that no one can use, but it's there. Now, one other thing is, don't worry too much about Millie's MP, because there isn't actually anything you can really do about her MP consumption in this fight anyway, or in this dungeon anyway. She will use MP as much as she wants to. Ooh, level 9. 9th level Rex. A level up always helps. It never hurts in any case. Ooh! I think this is one of the last new enemies in the game, Metal Slimes. Metal Slimes have near perfect defense, making them really hard to deal damage to, and they're immune to all offensive spells. But if you manage to kill them, they only have like 5 HP, so you kind of need to just be successfully attacking them all the time. But if you manage to kill them, they award you with a crap ton of experience. And I do mean a crap ton. You can see there we're missing because we just can't do enough damage to actually break their defense. Yeah. It's a little... So damage is variant enough in Dragon Quest to where you can actually have a chance of damaging a Metal Slime. But yeah. Unfortunately, we lost our chance to kill that Metal Slime because he ran away, but oh well. Killing a Metal Slime right now is actually a little on the suboptimal side, mostly just because Millie in the party doesn't gain any like experience from this, so. But oh, we got one! Give me that level up. Yeah. Oh yeah. Keep them coming. 2 level ups from 1 encounter. That's how good the Metal Slime is. Oh, so beautiful. We got Rex and Carver up to level 10 just from that 1 encounter alone. They're so good. But again, they're rare, they're difficult to kill, and they tend to run away a lot. So be wary of that. Anyway, the last treasure in here is the fur mantle, or fur cape, sorry, not fur mantle. Map uses the old version, sorry. I believe we cannot, oh, we can equip that. Yeah, we want to give that to Carver, actually. It's the same gear as his leather kilt, so we'll exchange it out for that. And there we go. Yeah. And no one, like I said before, can use the knife. I'll just show this off here, yeah. No knife users here. Alright. Oh, God. Oh, boy. This is about the worst kind of encounter you can actually come across in this dungeon. Multiple baby goyles and multiple goblin pixies. This is why you need the Lucid shard. There we go. More of that crack. They've always told me to stay away from crack. And here they are giving it to me. Oh, and one other thing I should mention about Buff versus Sap is that Buff and Sap are counterparts. They basically, kind of like in Pokemon actually, they raise or lower stats in stages and based on the enemy's max defense stat. And they kind of influence each other in, or not influence each other, but a buff stat will raise as much as a sap stat lowers, so they counteract each other directly like that. So that's how that works. Okay. Game! You cuck. I was 1 step away. Okay. We finally made it. Alright, let's talk to this guy. I don't want to voice act that. Uh-oh. I'll just be a little quiet for the boss music. It's not great, but it's not awful, and it's fun to listen to, if nothing else. Alright, this guy is the Blood Creeper. That's kind of spooky. Almost as spooky as he looks, really. But anyway, this is our first real boss fight of the game. Garrett was a boss, but not like a real boss fight. Not with this kind of music going on. Anyway, what you should do is, Carver should basically just keep attacking over and over again. The Blood Creeper actually has no resistance to the sap spell at all, so it's a good idea to use it on him twice to get his defense down a little bit. Wow! Nice crits. Unfortunately, the Blood Creeper can cast Buff on himself. It's one of his more rare abilities, but we can just counteract that with a sap spell of our own. It's probably not worth your while to use sap more than like a couple of times, though, even if he raises his defense back up again, because you want to save some of your MP for healing. Let's see. He has a really high chance of doing a normal attack or a stronger attack. He has a chance of using the Dazzle Flash ability, which basically just blinds you, which lowers your defense for a lot. And he can also cast the Sap spell. He's also only slightly resistant to the Lucid Shard, so you can actually confuse him and cause him to waste his turns or do something else that's detrimental to him. He does snap out of it if you attack him enough, though, so you might find yourself having to do it over and over again if you really want to get out of, the situation you're in, but yeah. But other than that, this fight is actually really simple. Just remember to heal yourself if you get down below, like, I don't know, 40, 30 HP, or something like that, and you should be good to go. Let's see. Let's try and Lucid him again. Ow. He will take a bite out of Millie if he actually attacks her, so... Oh, there we go, we got him. Yeah, Sap kind of trivializes that fight a little bit, but that's fine. And we get some Dream Dew. Alright, we did it. We did the Dew. So, yeah, now I have to walk out, because there's no one in the party who can cast a spell that can just evacuate us from the dungeon, so... Oh, I didn't know I could do this. I knew you could control her out of battle, but I didn't know you could control her in battle. I didn't know you could just use her spells out of battle whenever you wanted. Huh. Well, you learn something new every day. Okay, somehow, and I really, really don't understand how, Carver made it ahead of levels from Rex. You got me there. Okay, made it back. Welcome back. Of course Madame Luca knew you were coming, and that you acquired the Dew. Madame Luca never had any doubts. Truly it was written in the dreamscape, yes? And Millie, I am also very proud of you. You all must be very tired. Let us be retiring for the night. Let us begin. Now, on its own, the Dream Dew is nothing more than a refreshing sprinkle. To serve our purpose, it must be enchanted with a spell. Then, all Madame Luca must do is splash some dew all over you, and the inhabitants of this world will see you at last. Wait a second, lady. Before you do the dew thing, mind explaining what this world is exactly? Aha! Such a thoughtful question for such a brawny man. This world is, shall we say, different from the one you call home. You are not native to this world, and those who are not native can walk the land unseen. Madame Luca must confess she did not think it possible for someone from your world to end up here. But what happened, happened. We cannot change what was meant to be. Now let Madame Luca do what only a dream seer can do. You will be handing over the Dream Dew now, yes? Madame Luca thinks you'd best not discard that Dream Dew. That way you'll be able to assist anyone you bump into who's in the same pickle as you. If such a person existed, of course, you'd be the only ones able to see them, yes? Isn't that right, Millie? Yes, in truth, I was once just like you. no one in this world could see me. And just like you, I was saved by Madame Luca. Now everyone can see me as well. Aye, so that's why we were visible to you. But what about you, lady? What's your story? You're just full of the questions today, yes? Madame Luca would be a lousy dream seer if she couldn't see what cannot be seen. Seeing is believing, yes? And there are no dreams a dream seer can't see, you see? So now this world's workings are a little more clear to you, yes? Or perhaps the truth hurts your head too much, especially yours, Muscle Man? Regardless, your next step is to take the ferry from Port Haven to Somnia and meet the king. Act now and ask questions later, yes? Madame Luca. Madame Luca, I've decided to go with them on their journey. Of course. Madame Luca will not be standing in your way, child. Besides, Madame Luca has done everything in her considerable power. She can give no more. Rex, Carver, thank you for allowing me to accompany you. And we get a new party member with Millie. We finally have a spellcaster on the team. Please be looking after Madame Luca's little Millie. And remember, if trouble finds you, come and find Madame Luca. The Dream Seer's door never closes. Anytime you wish to have your fortune told, it shall be done. How about now? Ah, okay. So yeah, anytime you want to, you can just come back to Madame Luca's cabin, and she will be able to tell you the future, which basically amounts to being a hint system. Now, I of course have a guide, but if you ever get lost, feel free to come back here. One other thing you can do, actually, is that Madame Luca's is now a zoom point on the map, so you can just teleport here anytime you want to. It's free for you to do so. What other places do we have? All trades, okay. I thought she could do something else for you, but apparently not. Oh yeah, and she also participates in the party conversations, of course. Now in terms of what Millie can do, like I said before, she is a spellcaster. You can see there she has a really high wisdom stat for her spellcasting, as well as really high agility, higher than everyone else in the party, which is really nice. She comes with Heal, which is the same healing spell that Rex had, and Squelch, which cures poison, as well as the buff spell for battle, which raises defense, so that's really nice. I'll deal with the well monster later. You can take it on now that you have 3 party members, but I'd rather deal with it later. You don't actually get much of anything out of it. You know, there is always just this little bit of panic I feel when I see this many slimes in one battlefield. I don't think we are far enough to actually come across 1 1/8 slimes, but if they showed up, it would be spook. Okay. Now there's a few things we can do here in Port Haven before we head on over to Somnia. It's more worth your while in the remakes than it is in the original Super Nintendo version, but I'll be going over all that and more in the next episode of Let's Play Dragon Quest VI. See you guys then!